Good morning and welcome back to River Mountain Homestead. It's been a couple of weeks since I've seen you guys, or since you've seen me anyway. With the grandbaby here, it has been exceptionally busy. 4-year-old really has a way of taking the life and the wind right out of your sails. And hey, we had a lot of fun with him. We had a blast. But a 4-year-old full-time is work, I promise you. It's amazing how easy it is to forget having a 4-year-old around his life that long. Loved him, but kind of missed my peace and quiet, and I've kind of got it back now. And you guys have suffered because of it. So I've got a whole lot of catch up for you in this video to let you know what's been going on around here. I think my last video we were talking about some of the dozer plans that we had and our concrete plans and how everything was going to work out. Got bugs flying out this morning. All that's happened and you missed it all. So we're just going to catch you up. I was going to start right here at the front of the garden. I just wanted to show you one thing here. We're not going to do a full garden tour today. I just wanted to show you this snake gourd right here. That's coming along nicely. Got bugs in my eye. Great old big guy. There's a bottom of it here somewhere. That's just the biggest one that I've got on so far. And it's taken over my gate area here. There's another 6 or 7 or 8 of them hanging in there, but they're smaller. But coming along nicely. The garden's still doing well. We're still getting 5-gallon bucket every other day. We've had quite a bit of rain here lately, so I've had some tomatoes go down and stuff like that. Squash is kind of starting to slow down some, and some of my beans are slowing down. Of course, all the other ones are drying out. And yeah, not going to get into all that. I've got 1,000 other things to show you guys and catch you up. So let's start up here with what the dozer has taken care of so far. Now, I know it's hard to tell at which angle you're facing and what you're seeing and what's cleared and what wasn't. As you can imagine, all the fresh dirt is fresh turned. And what he basically did for me was come in and kind of gut the center out. That's going to give me the opportunity to really analyze what I want my final clearing to be, how much buffer I want left on the edges, and all that kind of stuff. So I've got this big center chunk taken out so that I can try to visualize everything else. And I've got a pretty good idea in my mind now of what I'm wanting. Hi, Miss Eve. She's getting big, ain't she? But I got a decent idea of what I want in my mind and what we're going to clear and some other future plans that we won't even talk about yet. But you can see the pole barn right there and how much we've cleared. Do you want to say hi, Miss Eve? You want to say hi? You want to say good morning? Huh? You're just a big old love bug. But we've opened this up quite a bit. And we've got plans for barn and some cows and some other stuff. More orchard, some different things. But one thing that we do have from up here now, if you can get the light just right, y'all can see a view of the mountain from here also. That would be Magazine over there. I've even got the house wrap on the pole barn now because we poured the concrete yesterday. Just a little bit of a different angle from down the hill here. You cannot see over the hill over toward the road direction because this drops off in here so much. More than likely a stock pond will probably end up right in that area there. That's just my rough initial guess. There'll be a lot more clearing on this side going to the creek, thinning out all the little stuff and leaving the large trees just like we did here. All these large hardwoods have been left. And this will all fill in nicely. As you can see, the edge of the garden right there used to be pretty much the wood line. And it has quite a bit of room for expansion for the garden next year now. And that's going to work out nicely. So to give you a little better idea there, you got this wonderful flat spot that comes off of the existing garden. Right in there where that one little bush tree is that I saved. I think it's a freckleberry or some crazy, I don't know. I'll have to look it up again. smelled wonderful this spring. But that's going to give me all this space right here beside the garden for future expansion for next year's garden. Of course, don't forget the greenhouse. That's going to be front and center section of the garden. It's on the list. So now you can kind of see, looking from the garden, what we've got cleared this direction. I do have my burn pile over here on the edge. There's a little bit of firewood on the edge of that I got to get cut out of there. But yeah, for an initial clearing there, we made quite the headway in one day's time. Of course, that was not the only thing that he took care of while he was here. The area behind the pole barn here, where I had a little bit of an elevation issue, flushing the water down to my shop, so we widened this out a little bit and created that belly this way so that everything will drain down off the hill and keep everything away from the building. Isn't that right, Miss Eve? Oh, faithful follower. That's her blanket that she drags around the yard everywhere. No matter what I do with it, she finds it and drags it around the yard. While we're standing here, there's quite the handful of them over here, the new flock. They're doing really well with all of our old chickens. Nothing major has went on with them. Right now, I've just got one slit in the house wrap here so that you can see inside. And that's what I'm going to be working on today, is finish attaching this house wrap around the top. I like to try to stay off my concrete for 48 hours if at all possible. So today being 24 hours, I'm going to try to leave her be at least through tomorrow morning before I start putting foot traffic on it. So yeah, concrete's poured, house wrap's on. There's exactly what I'm talking about with her blanket. She takes it everywhere. She eats it too, but she takes it with her everywhere. Isn't that right, Miss Eve? Is that your blankie? Okay. So as you can tell, we've been busy around here. Sometimes you just get left out. That's all there is to it. There was just so much going on. And with the added little one and the rains and the heated days, and it was just an excellent time for me to take a break. And it was well used. But everything has to come to an end, and I have to get back to my daily grind, day in, day out. So today, I think I'm just going to focus on finishing this house wrap up. I still got to go get my front exterior door. I have not acquired that yet. I've got to get that framed in now that the concrete's down, so that'll be something I can work on tomorrow, or I may run this afternoon and get a door when it gets hot and just take advantage of that time. I will not be putting house wrap on the gables. My main reasoning for this house wrap was for a wind block on the interior walls, as well as protection from the chickens and the dogs on the concrete. As soon as we got done pouring yesterday, I got the wrap around and got it in place. We only had to fix tracks from one dog and one chicken, so it wasn't too bad taking care of that stuff. But this way I ensured I didn't have all kind of crazy tracks yesterday afternoon. But it'll be a good wind and moisture block on the outside. Whew, it's already hot. It's going to be nasty today. But on the other side over here, the last side, I've got to actually take it down and bring it back a little ways. I've got an area where I've got to frame in the air conditioner so it can sit in the wall. And just like that, it's too hot. Needing to keep off of that concrete till tomorrow, in my opinion. think I'm gonna go ahead and make my trip today to go get my exterior door. And I need to go ahead and get my electrical panel, that way I can figure out how I'm gonna mount it, because it's gonna be really close to where this wall unit air conditioner goes in the wall, and I need to have it so I know the size. Yeah. So I think I'm just gonna make a run today and get the few things that I need. That way tomorrow I can tackle the exterior door and the windows and stuff like that and start getting those put in. And then hopefully later this week I can get started hanging some sheets of tin on the outside of this thing and start making it look like something. Because I only stapled on the house wrap. A lot of people use the button cap nails, the little plastic ones, but they're about an 1/8 inch thick. And when you're doing a tin wall and you put it against those button cap nails, you tend to get those circles showing through the metal. So I lean towards stapling the house wrap on as opposed to the button cap nails. To each their own. Little things like that just bother me, especially if I can see it and I know it's there. So to me, it's easier just to run a staple. I know a high wind would easily rip that off, but that's a chance I'm taking. It's not a big deal for me because I'll have that covered hopefully by the end of next week anyway. But with that, it's hot. And that's going to be the end of this for a little catch up. And then hopefully tomorrow we can be back in the groove and working hard. So we'll catch you guys on the next one.